Well, hello again, lovely humans. Hair is up because it is hot as all hell in Argentina. Oh man, it's intense. Today, you know when they have the temperature and it's so and so degrees, and then they have feels like, which that's the one that's important because you feel temperature. It doesn't matter how much it is on a thermometer. It matters how much your body feels it. Today the feels like was, I don't know if it got to 42 or 45, but it was 40 something. And let me just tell you, obviously Celsius. So, it was hell. And then some wind came really quickly and took like maybe 10 degrees off, just out of the air. It was very weird. It was very odd. But it's still hot as hell. So, hair is up. that's it. Anyways, I'm at Evans Comedy Roadshow. Another suggestion. Honestly, I haven't watched something that wasn't a suggestion in quite a while. I haven't gone rogue in a while. That's why there's been no super extremely weird uploads. Like there used to be. Maybe I should go rogue again. You know, look through the deep YouTube. And see what odd stuff I can find, because there's some really weird stuff out there, and every once in a while something catches my eye. But anyway, for now it's this, which was a suggestion. Obviously cannot remember who, because again, almost everything I watch is suggestions and from a lot of people and whatever. Anyway, new comedian to me, don't know who he is. I don't think I've ever seen him in anything, so got a lot of people there, so he better be funny, otherwise that's gonna suck for him that night. Anyway, let's do this. He's dressed like a president.
Thank you very much. A couple of things about myself. Now, a few of you are thinking this is all very well, but where are his eyes?
Where are they? Can he see beyond that brow ridge? Like, or does he have it right there? That's awesome. I love it.
I do have eyes. I can see out. It can appear, under stage lighting, that there is no more than a couple of crude knife slits pushed into my face. But no. Stage lighting that there is no more than a couple of crude...
From far away, it legit looks like he does not have eyes. It's just brows to cheeks. That is amazing.
Crude knife slits pushed into my face. But no. Fully functioning eyes I can see out. They've always been small. I was teased as a child. Piggy little eyes like piss holes in the snow.
Not that I imagine he's been bullied. I imagine they've always been the same size. They've always been small. It'd be weird if they were like getting smaller. That'd be... Somebody would need to go to a doctor for that.
Fully functioning eyes I can see out. They've always been small. I was teased as a child. Piggy little eyes like piss holes in the snow. Seeing bigger eyes on a potato. Mother could be very cruel. Still, she's in a home now.
Oh! Somewhere. Revenge. Oh, it got worse.
Well, I say home, it's more of a self-storage facility, really, but... You're just paying for the name, otherwise, aren't you? It's ridiculous. I had a new one recently. I went to have contact lenses fitted. Couldn't be done, obviously, not enough room. Didn't even try this chap. He took one look at me, he said, "Stone me, my Jap's eye's bigger than that." Which I thought was a bit unnecessary, to be honest. And proving it was certainly unnecessary. Also, I should mention my accent. My accent may be rather unfamiliar, possibly even rather exotic to some of your ears, so if you are struggling to place it, it is in fact educated.
That's a joke that offends the people, the right people. Like, if you're offended by that, you're calling yourself out. Ah, beautiful, like that lady.
generous of you. I should make it clear, not expensively. This is not a coalition-style accent. I just paid attention, that's all. I was taught to believe that it would be an advantage to speak correctly. My father encouraged me to speak with my teeth clenched together, like so, as though addressing the crew of a naval frigate. Or perhaps being buggered in the showers at Harrow. I don't know. Thank you, Rector. I don't know what the idea was, but it doesn't work anyway. Nowadays, it mainly provokes hostility. If you want an accent which actually warms people to you, the Geordie, Mackem accent, the northeastern accents are far more popular. 30 years ago, if you had a Geordie accent, you were virtually entitled to a disability pension. Oh. It was considered so detrimental to your prospects in life. And if you weren't entitled, you'd probably claim anyway. That's another matter.
That is another matter.
Nowadays, it's all changed. I just resent the way I get treated. In Sunderland, I've had the warmest reception, wonderful. I did some gigs in Newcastle a little while ago. The way they reacted, you think I closed their flaming shipyards myself, which is a bit much. It was 30 years ago. I was a boy at the time. Family made a few quid out of the deal, but it's not my fault. I'm not having it. And I said to them, much as I said to you, educated accent, you may not be familiar with it. They were fine about that at first. One of them got it, passed it round, things turned a bit ugly. It was... So I hear I was halfway home by then, but I went back. The following night, they trashed the place, apparently.
One of my absolute favorite moments in The Simpsons was when they're playing poker and Lenny calls fudging hell Homer slow, and he's like, wait a minute. And when he realizes everybody went home, I love that. That scene is just beautiful. So that reminded me of that. Sorry.
One of them got it, passed it round, things turned a bit ugly. It was... So I hear I was halfway home by then, but I went back. The following night, they trashed the place, apparently. Looked exactly the same to me, I have to say that. Limit to how much damage you could do in that venue. Rubble is rubble at the end of the day. You can move it about a bit to express your frustration. It's more feng shui than vandalism, but that wasn't it. I mean, I abhor what was done in the North East under Thatcher's regime. It was a terrible thing. She dismantled the economy of the North East out of spite. It was working fine for generations on a very simple basis. Namely this: you get a harness on a northerner, you can get a lot of work done. Now, that is a fact. You know it. You're hard, you're hardy beasts. You endure extremes of temperature with very little adjustment in your clothing. The first time I came up here was the middle of winter. Has been for years. Freezing wind blowing in off the North Sea, full of sleet, bits of old boat. The thing that struck me was a rivet, as it turned out. Now, I learned to duck.
What the hell just happened? Did he say something rude or? All right, whatevs. He lost me a wee bit, though, so it's going to be even harder for me to get back after it just blanks like that, but sure, we're good.
The thing that struck me, seriously, the women in particular were walking around in their underwear. What I'd originally taken to be a sort of pink and purple mottled shell suit affair was, in fact, the flesh of these women, such as they are. Now, I enjoy a wind-stiffened nipple as much as the next man. Might even count myself a connoisseur. Al dente, that would be my preference. The firm but not brittle nipple, that's what you want. With a bit of give, but still with a sense of purpose. Enough to hang your hat on, but not your umbrella. Oh. I used to write pornography for a living. It wasn't terribly erotic, but it was detailed, I like to think.
Clearly.
All I'm saying, I think once your cleavage has gone the colour of Stilton, it's time to dress up a bit. I was in a bar. I heard a woman say to her friend, don't wear your bra in here, you won't feel the benefit when you go out.
Don't get
I
it.
hardly dared look, but I forced myself. That is an image that will stay with me for some time. Thanks to my new camera phone. No excuse for it either. You have enormous... I was a branch of Matalan in Gateshead, I think it was. I'd never been in one, but some of you will be familiar with Matalan. I won't ask you to identify yourselves. In a sense, you already have, of course. But the shopping experience is rather upsetting. You go in, it's just one huge pile of clothes in the middle of the floor. May have started out on racks and hangers, I don't know. It was getting on towards lunchtime. And yet, it's actually quite exclusive, Matalan. You have to be a member to shop at Matalan. They won't let just anyone wandering around in there. If you've got a quid and you know where you live, you're in.
There you go.
There are those hurdles to clear. That keeps the riffraff out. Thank you very much. Cheers. Take care.
All right.
Simon Evans, ladies and gentlemen, bravo! We love Simon Evans.
Oh, I got the last second. All right, cool. Well, that's gonna distract some people, so there you go. Let's just leave this image for a second. That was definitely interesting. Started out strong with the eyes, lost me a bit with some things I'm not familiar with, went into details about anatomy, and left strong. I did like him. I definitely did, and I definitely will look for more. But is he jumping? Is he floating? What's happening? I don't know. Anyway, that was again interesting. The way the topics kind of just were so different was fun. But there you go. Anyway, I always like learning about new comedians and finding new people that are fun and this and that and blah blah blah. It's always good. I've been on a long search for many years of just like the best comedians from stand up. I spent so long watching, just start out on comedy specials of just random people I'd find, and honestly I found so many duds and I just kind of gave up for a while. But now that I'm working off recommendations, I've learned about some really fun people. Nobody's ever gonna make me laugh like Carl Pilkington though. That guy's just the best. But I've definitely found out about some fun people and funny people, so I love it. I love getting to do this. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that is it. It is over. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful whatever comes next. I know I am just burning my behind in Argentina. I know there's a lot of you that are freezing. That sucks. I know it's been snowing in some places. Some places ain't doing so good. I know there's some places that are hotter than Argentina, which is absolutely crazy. So I basically, my heart goes out to all of you regardless of temperature, because the extremes are so extreme, it just sucks. If you're at a nice, like, I don't know, 25, 26 degrees, just, I'm not talking about you. You're good. You don't need my sorrow or nothing. But everybody that's either freezing or dying of heat, I'm sorry, because it sucks, okay? Living it. Anyway, yeah, okay, I'm done. It's got to the point where I don't know what I'm talking about, so this is a good moment to leave, right? So, toodles and see you soon.